going on, crypto family? This is your boy Random Arts coming with a quick video. And on this video, guys, we're going to be talking about Keith Gill and all these different coincidences. And I don't believe, in coincidence. I believe in things are really happening in the background. So we're just going to unveil what I'm talking about in today's video. So do me a huge favor by smashing that like button. Definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about today's video. So today was supposed to be, the biggest down day in the market. It was supposed to be painted red with the bloods of all these bag holders. And this is what I said yesterday, guys. I said when the group is biased in one direction, because I seen everybody and their mother saying, hey, we're going to have the worst time ever, pack it up, crypto market is done. I mean, not to say that it can't be a Black Tuesday or anything like that, but the point of this post that I'm making is typically when someone is biased or a group of people is biased in one direction, the opposite tend to happen. And this is exactly what you said. I said bullish for tomorrow, Black Monday canceled, LOL. And in all honesty, who really knows? Yeah, when people are just saying like it's a definite, like you could have your game plan, you could have your thesis or whatnot, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows. You just got to see and wait to see if your thesis is going to play out. So my thesis coming into today was it was not going to be as bad as it seemed. That was at least my thought. And sure enough, this is what you've seen in the market. We did see leading up to the market correction, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything just started going down. Because everything started going down, it just brought on that fear. So now we're seeing the market is kind of having a rebound. You have Bitcoin now above 80. Ethereum still looks trash, have 1500. But again, Ethereum still, in my opinion, has a long way to go. And the fact of the matter is, any Ethereum based project that is still holding up well is going to do extremely well during this bull cycle. And again, this is why I'm so bullish on Roaring Kitty, because it is an Ethereum based project as well as a Shiba based project, which is still relying on Ethereum, and Ethereum still has not had that big rally like a majority of these different coins did, but it's still holding up as the number 2 asset in the world. Now, looking at the stock market had a huge gap down. I believe we were down roughly about 3%, 4% starting the day, but the market had this big rally, and all of a sudden we're only in the day from previous close. At least the Dow, it ended at 0.91%. The Nasdaq was actually green today. The SPY was down 0.23%. So all of this matter in the grand scheme of stuff, in the macro things in the economy as well as in crypto. So you have to realize the importance of the stock market. Now, in years past, the stock market did not really affect us depending what it was doing, because Bitcoin in itself was not in the stock market. But now with Bitcoin ETF, it is in the stock market. So the stock market is going to have an impact on Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has an overall impact on the crypto market. Now, GameStop finished green on the day, so that was pretty positive. It had a gap down today, but guess what? It surpassed previous close, the previous close, so it finished green today. So this is good to see. Now, getting on to the Keith Gill and all these stuff that's just been happening really since March. So let's do a quick recap, guys, of what's been happening. And this is why I think like Keith Gill is going to make a return pretty soon. And his return, I think this is maybe a permanent return. Again, this is all speculation on my part at the end of the day. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm only just sharing with you guys my thesis, my thought, my opinion about all this. At the end of the day, you got to do your own due diligence and you got to do your own research. Maybe your research don't match up with mine. I mean, it is what it is. But for me, I think he is going to make a comeback, and this is why I've been adding to my position on my Roaring Kitty bag, because I feel like I'm trying to get as much roar as possible, as some people might be selling during this consolidation time. So that way, that bag that I'm building up could just be my little Lambo money. You know what I mean? So, hey, you do what you want to do. But starting with the first event. So this was roughly March 20. Yeah, this was March 24th. of 2025. So just one day before earnings. So Greg is Kitty dropped this news. He said, breaking news. The Roaring Kitty is now following 92 people again, which means he's been active on X as of recently. The cat is back and he is lurking. GameStop earning is tomorrow. Then there was one other that he had dropped as far as like according to Grok actually confirmed it. So that was really the first sighting or the first time someone saw that there was activity with Keith Gill. So the second one that happened, that just happened recently, and this is his Reddit account. So on his Reddit account, he had, guess what, these two new badges that popped up. And the way that you got to get these badges is that you have to be active on Reddit. And I showed you guys on the video the other day how I was able to get mines due to the fact that that I was active. So yeah, that's the crazy part. You know what I mean? He is being active. The newcomer, meaning he just joined a new Reddit group, a Reddit community. So with him joining a Reddit community, that increased or that gave him this badge right here. So this just lets you know that Keith Gill, Roaring Kitty, is active. Now all of a sudden we get this, guys. We get this news right here. Massive, someone just went long. Over $1 million of GameStop 30 calls, guys. $30 calls. Currently, right now, the price of GameStop is not even trading at $25, and someone is making a huge bet, and that is an out of the money call. So if you're not familiar with option, you have in the money calls, which is any it's essentially the price of the stock trading at range, meaning so right now the price is at $24.29. Anything below that would consider to be in the money, meaning that your option is gaining traction, gaining value. I didn't explain that the best, but oh well. But just for simplicity, in the money call is $24.29 below. Those are the option that's in the money. Out the money, meaning that $30 is way up here. So you're buying something that is something that's worth $24.29, but you're buying it for $30 as far as a call option. Anytime that it approach there, it's just gonna make your premium or the amount that you hold be extremely valuable. So for the fact that someone is doing that and seeing that GameStop has to go to this high end right here of the chart, just let you know that someone is extremely bullish. So pretty sure if you're buying a call option that's $6 out of the money, then you know something that someone else don't know. So again, this is all speculation on my part that this is Roaring Kitty, but the part that's not speculation is that someone did go long on a out the money call option, which is extremely bullish for that amount. So all of these different coincidence, quote unquote, again, I don't believe in coincidence. All these things that's happening just lets me to believe that, okay, it seems like we are going to be able to see a Roaring Kitty return. I mean, to me, it's clear as day. And like I mentioned before, guys, Roaring Kitty token, this is to me is one of the huge play in crypto. As Keith Gill come back, and again, that's just playing off of one narrative. As Keith Gill come back and continue to get himself established, then this is going to only drive more volume, more price action into Roaring Kitty, our Roaring Kitty, the one that's on Ethereum, the one contract ending in 790F. Because if you're buying any other Roaring Kitty, I'm sorry, you're buying one that does not have a community and that's not active. Ours, on the other hand, community driven, active, been active since Keith Gill made his return. And this is why we are still saying like, oh, once he come back, we are going to be able to see a nice pop due to the fact that the volume is going to start pouring in. Last thing before I let you guys go, just to let you know, the Roaring Kitty NFTs, they're still being minted. It's currently $118 $2.34. The original price is 250, guys. Again, Ethereum been taking a beating. Because it's been taking a beating, the price of the Ethereum of the NFTs dropped significantly. So you can now mint for $118. So there's really no excuses, because I know some people say like, oh, 250 was too much. 118. And plus, if you're part of the community, you're doing your part, guys. Again, that's the biggest thing about us being a community driven token. Doing your part. If you do your part, it's gonna benefit the overall community. And this is why we've been seeing different projects during bad times like this. They're starting to rug CEOs, devs. Like, this is the best way to ensure that you are supporting your project. Again, it's not one single person, but I digress. Make sure, again, you mint your NFT. And guys, I'm excited about the future of Roaring Kitty, because again, at the end of the day, once these things get minted out, these are forced buy-ins that we're gonna be doing as a community, buying up Roaring Kitty token, as well as buying Bone for liquidity pool. So making things a little bit more stacked for us. But leave a like, leave a comment. Random Arts guys signing off. Peace.